Look, before we get into the content, it's really important that you guys hit that subscribe button. We're out here every single day working for y'all, trying to hit y'all with the best content. And what motivates us to keep going is people like you. So hit the subscribe button, join the conversation, join the Deuce Gang.
What he said.
If you're just jumping on right now, all that matters is these nuggets. These Popeyes nuggets. That's all that matters. And the reason why it matters so much is because I'm starving. I am starving. So if you guys remember from our last episodes, I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna put the link right there. If you remember from this episode right here, we talked about reviewing the new Popeyes nuggets because people were getting stabbed and shanked and bootlegged the Popeye sandwiches. And to me, I didn't see the big deal. So what I did was I cheated. And how I cheated in Popeye's favors. Hear me out. Because when you're starving, anything tastes good, right? Anything tastes good. Dude, I haven't eaten since like 1 o'clock. Right?
Okay.
So if I'm saying, listen, man, if they're nuggets, how hard is it for a nugget to be good? But if I taste this motherfucker, sorry, auntie. I'm trying, man. It's the hunger talking. If I taste this and it still doesn't meet the expectation off of what? It's 7 now, 6 hours. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you, man, but hold up.
So okay, hold on. I got to get mine because mine is I still got mine like in the bag. You know what I mean? Like mine is super fresh. So let me get this out.
Now I got the 25 piece. My fam, my wife and my kid had some. I'll reveal their experience, but my wife
How they feel about it.
Yeah, and then of course I had to catch that barbecue sauce to go with it.
I was just about to ask what kind of, because they offer a crap ton of sauces. I didn't know they had so many sauces. So what sauces did you get with yours?
Man, I don't know the names. All I know is I got 6. They're like, hey, you get 6. They're like, hey, do you want some sauce? I'm like, nah. I was gonna dip them in ketchup, but they're like, you get 6. I didn't get the Cajun. I can't hold mine up. It's gonna drip because my wife opened up the barbecue. Yeah. I got one of them joints.
Okay. Let me put this down first. Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
Yo, break out one of these nuggets already. I'm starving.
I know. Whoa!
I'm so hungry.
Yo, these are proper size. Like, look at this. This is a proper size right here.
Reasonable size,
right?
Nugget. They actually resemble the sandwich. Like they're very flaky. They're very flaky.
We're gonna try these out. You ready?
I gotta dip mine. I can't eat them.
You gotta just dip. You gotta dip.
Actually, no. You're right.
I'm trying to get all the flavor first, and then get.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yo, I'm gonna go naked with it first. I'm gonna go naked before I dress it up. I'm gonna go naked.
All right, ready? Let's do this. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good nugget, man. All right, hold on.
You know what I'm gonna say?
Whoa. Let me dress them up first.
So then dress it up. I'll talk while you're dressing it up. But like it, bro. This nugget. I got nuggets from a lot of places, man. And the one thing that's missing in a lot of chicken nuggets is the chicken. I can taste the chicken in this one. Like this is actually really, really good, man.
It's a lot of meat.
Try with one of these sauces.
There's a lot of meat in that nugget, man.
Let me try with one of these sauces. This Cajun cocktail here.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna be eating these throughout the whole podcast.
Got it here with the Cajun cocktail sauce.
Got mine with the barbecue.
Yeah. Cajun cocktail sauce is like that seafood sauce that you eat with the shrimp.
Yeah.
It kind of has that flavor to it.
Now let me ask you this: is it worth stabbing someone over? No. Before you answer that question, you haven't eaten all day. It's super hot outside.
Yeah.
And it's just been frustrating. One bad thing after another.
Right.
And finally, You get to Popeyes. You're ready to order your food. Long ass line. Finally, finally your turn in the line, and somebody cuts in front of you. They getting stabbed?
If that person, listen, if somebody cuts in front of me, and I've been waiting in line, and they got that last batch of nuggets, like they're all the nuggets now. No, we fighting. No, we arguing. No, what's going on? Definitely for these. Now that I know what they taste like, it's even worse. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody likes cocaine until they try cocaine, and then you're addicted. This is what these nuggets are for me.
Let me tell you something. When I went to get my nuggets today, they were super busy. The lineup wasn't that bad, but they were super busy. People were waiting for their nuggets, and I was placing my order, and this dude who was clearly on his lunch break or some shit like that rolled up, just cut me off. I'm just like, look, man, I'm waiting, and I have to leave now. So you're gonna have to refund me my money. And in my mind, I'm like, when you take Popeyes out of it, I'm just like, yo, this is ridiculously disrespectful. You see me standing here, right? So in my mind, I'm like, I want to say something to this guy. But all I can think of is me ending up on World Star fighting a nigga over chicken McNuggets. I will not be a stereotypical black man fighting somebody over some nuggets.
Listen,
so I step back.
Forget all your I don't care about none of your stereotypes. You'll find me outside Popeyes with a grape soda, you know, with my hoodie on, with the basketball in the other hand, fitting all stereotypes. As long as I end up with these nuggets at the end of it, that's all that matters to me at this point, man. These are like, I wish there was a restaurant that released something every day, so that I don't know if we're gonna get to the rest of the stories at this point, because all I'm thinking about is nuggets.
So my wife had some. I said, hey, how are they?
Oh yeah. Let me know how they felt about it.
So, well, obviously my daughter ate it up like it was nothing because it's nuggets.
Right. She doesn't know what it is. Yeah, it's just nuggets to her.
But my wife said Wendy's and KFC nuggets still trump it.
Whoa.
Now, for my opinion, because she's not here to elaborate on that, so we won't spend too much time on that. But for my opinion, my go-to for nuggets was always Wendy's. And I would have to say, if whichever one is in closer proximity, that's the one I'm going to. This is right up there with Wendy's for me.
These are honestly no cap. These are really good. If you didn't know that these were brand new to the menu, something that they're trying, I would definitely recommend going out and getting these, man. These are fantastic.
Now,
these are really good.
I think it's also important that we speak to something that people care about, and that is their pocketbook. So you could get 8 nuggets for $6.79, 12 nuggets for $9.49, 24 nuggets for $17.49, 36 nuggets for $26.49, or you can do the combo 8-piece $11.29, 12-piece combo $13.99, or a nugget platter. That's what you get, all that extra shit. A nugget platter 8-piece for $12.79. So if you went 36 nuggets for $26.49, that's the one I want to focus on. Now, I want you to again keep in mind the amount of meat that you're getting in this nugget. This is a lot of meat in a nugget. So 36 of these bad boys, that's not a bad price. I would be okay with that, because that's going to feed me, this nigga, that nigga, and whoever else is hitting the blunt. So I'm all right. I'm all right with that price point. What are your thoughts on the price point?
Honestly, the price is way better than I thought it was going to be. The joke is, I think like the 8 nuggets is like the same price as like the sandwiches. Yeah. You know, one sandwich or something like they're around the same price. So, I mean, it's really good. What did I get? I think I got the 12. I think I got the 12 nuggets with the 2 sauces. And man, I had 4 of them, and I'm a type of person who eats a lot, and I could start feeling it already. I'm already starting to feel it. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it. Like I'm gonna finish it. Don't get it twisted. He's gonna be done. Don't get it twisted. But I'm saying, like, they're really feeling, and like I go everywhere and get nuggets. Honestly, my go-to place before this was McDonald's nuggets. I love McDonald's nuggets, but this is better. These are better than McDonald's.
Well, You in public, I'm being very disrespectful.
Wow. That's how you're talking to Deuce Gang right now with the food in your mouth?
They
A little
understand.
more respect. You need a little more respect, man.
They understand. Listen, man. Look, I never understood why people got violent over Popeye's chicken. I'm talking about the sandwich now. I still don't endorse being violent over the nuggets. I don't endorse any kind of violence unless you're defending yourself, for that matter. But these nuggets are fire. Viewing public, I want to know your thoughts. I want to know if you've tried them yet. Leave it in the comments. Let us know your go-to for nuggets. Remember, we're in Canada. So if there's a place in Canada, we're in Ontario. If there's a place in Canada, Ontario, that we can get some nuggets, Toronto, GTA, we can get some nuggets that you think could trump these Popeye nuggets. Leave it in the comments and let us know where to get them nuggets, and we're gonna review them nuggets, because I'm down with reviewing food on a regular basis.
Hey, we just did our first. This is our first mukbang. Our first mukbang.
Whatever the hell.
Hey,
I know what mukbang is, actually.
2Guys mukbang. Hey, look at that. Hey, we're diversifying out here. Hey, we're diversifying our bonds. We're giving you reaction videos. We're giving you mukbangs. You know, we're giving you dumb bangs, because I don't know what that meant, but hey, whatever.
Lots of bangs. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Adeuces. What's going on? You sent me another link there. Not the Wu-Tang one, the other one.
The other one? Okay. Gotta be more specific. Don't forget, I smoke weed. So like my memory, what did I send that to you? Like 3 hours ago?
No, I know what it is.
It's outside of my memory range.
You know what it is? Yeah, it's the nuggets, man. The nuggets is starting to
taking things out
already. Yo,
hey, eyes are getting droopy.
Talking about spicy P.
Okay. Yes, I remember now. See, that's all I need. I'm like Google. I just need keywords, and then I'll know exactly what you're searching for.
What's going on?
You gotta give me keywords. Yeah, man. This is something that, hey, I'm happy this came up, and I'm laughing at everybody from the previous videos who wanted to come at me and say that all my takes on Spicy P were wrong, when I was saying we can't call him Spicy P no more. He's just P. He's a ketchup P. It's ketchup P. Is right now is what he's at. You know what I mean? People came at me because I said his contract, we overpaid him. He's not worth it. All of this. Well, guess what? The Raptors have decided that they're officially in the rebuilding phase. There's been a lot of rumors going around, mainly about Kyle Lowry and even DeMar DeRozan, talking about they might want to go to the Lakers, you know, because they've both come out as saying they've made enough money in their career. Right now, they're looking for that championship ring. They want that ring across their finger, right? So it looks like Lowry is officially out. I told you in the previous video before, he already sold his house in Toronto, so he's not even living here, right?
Yeah, but how could he be officially out and you're still alive? I thought you would have taken your life by now.
Hey, listen, I'm a Lowry fan. This goes without a doubt, but I understand. I would be happy seeing him win a championship, even though it couldn't be another one, you know, even though it couldn't be with us.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I have to say this. This is like when you break up with a girl and you're like, I just want to see you happy, even if it's not with me.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm just going to move on. So anyway, Pascal Siakam, Pascal Siakam, right? So there's been a lot of talks around trading Pascal Siakam, because his name has come up a lot in trade talks. And right now we have the number 4 draft pick with the draft coming up. So there's been talks about getting that as like a package to maybe get a Damian Lillard, to maybe get a Ben Simmons, who I hope we don't go for, but apparently is in the lead of the talks right now. I really hope we don't get Ben Simmons. But pretty much Pascal Siakam is in the talks for being traded. This is not even maybe like a full year after this man signed this max contract where we signed him like he's a number 1 all-star and everything like that. So
how many M's did they put in his pocket again?
31,
like 30 something crazy. Damn.
31 on average. It goes from about 30 to about 34.
Okay.
From beginning to the end of the contract. Yeah, that's how much we're paying him. And now we're talking about trading him. And now, because of the contract that we've given him, we have to trade even more because we have to compensate for other people's salaries. Right. So now we're in a spot where we're rebuilding. Like I said, they're looking to re-sign Gary Trent Jr. because that's what I see as somebody being part of our future. But How do you feel about this now? Because I know that when we spoke about Pascal Siakam before, you still calling him Spicy P. I don't know why. He ain't had the hot sauce since forever.
Look, the thing about it is you used to play ball, so you look at ball from a different perspective. You look at ball like a normal person should look at ball. Can you score points? Do you get rebounds? Do you contribute to winning the game? That's what a normal person does. But when you're a casual fan, and you also have to consider the business aspect of this, selling tickets, selling merch. Like at the end of the day, you pay these ball players millions and millions of dollars. Yes, you want them to win, but you also want to know that people are going to come out to see them. People are going to purchase their merch, except you want to make this money back and some, right?
Yeah.
So again, when you look at a casual fan, the reason why I kept on calling him Spicy P is because I'm a casual fan of Spicy P. So while you don't like him because of his ability, I just like him because of who he is. That's it. You know what I mean? And there's other people like me out there that like, he ain't great, but he seems like a cool nigga. That's it. And that's where it ends.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Okay, I get being a hardcore Raptors fan. I get being a Toronto fan and loving your team. But sometimes you got to look at reality. And a lot of these people are so stuck on the fact that it's just, they're stuck in 2019. You know what I'm saying? That's gone. That's over now. Like, you have to move on from that. We're no longer that championship team anymore. We're a different team now.
Oh,
so
yeah,
when it came time,
100%,
so when it came
100%.
time, when it came time to actually talk about the rebuilding, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm thinking to myself. We're no longer that team. Why don't we make moves right now instead of overcompensating and start building for the future? We could have not re-signed this guy and had $30 extra million in our pocket. Is he a good player? He's a good player. He's a two-way player. He plays great defense, and he can score. He can rebound. You know what I mean? He's a good player, but he's not a number one. And our problem on our team for many, many years is we never get that number one guy. That number one can absolutely take over a game and dominate. That Kevin Durant.
We just had one and he just left.
That okay, perfect that you say that. What happens the 1 year that we have a number one guy?
Yeah, we win the championship.
Okay, thank you for helping me prove my point. Thank you very much for helping me prove my point.
Fair.
Okay,
fair.
Thank you very much.
Fair, very
so
fair.
what we love to do is we love to sign these number 2 and number 3 players like they're number 1 players, and then we're stuck in these contracts because we can't get other players that we want. And it's already hard to draw players to Toronto. It's been hard. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that has always been my issue with the Raptors. That's always been my thing, and they continue to do it over and over and over and over again.
So you're saying that they draft the wrong people. They don't make the team appealing, and like, why would I want to go over there? That doesn't look like a place I can get a ring.
Bro, look at our last stars that we've had. Chris Bosh, not a number 1. He went to Miami Heat. He was number 3. DeMar DeRozan went to the San Antonio Spurs. He's playing with LaMarcus Aldridge, who is a old man as far as NBA standards. DeMar DeRozan, considered younger than him, considered the number 2 option over there. You know what I mean? Vince Carter left when he was older, but when he left the team, he wasn't to go to Dallas. When he left to go to all these other, he was never considered the number 1 guy over there.
Right.
We continue to do this. Spicy P, if he goes to any other team in the NBA, he will not be considered the number 1 guy there. But all of these guys, we signed them like they're number 1 guys, and we're stuck in these contracts. When are we going to learn from this cycle of mistakes and just realize that, just bite the bullet and just say, yo, it's time to rebuild. Let's put the money right now. Let's not re-sign this guy. Let's say go free agency, get your money. We have this extra cash now. Now we can go after a free agent who's possibly a number 1 and attract them more, because now we have more money to offer them.
Right. Well, I mean,
that's been my issue.
Well, look, to answer your question, Spicy P, him getting traded.
Stop calling him Spicy P. His name is
I told you, man.
Ketchup P.
Casual fans,
spice.
Casual fans
Pascal
like me
ain't been
know him
spicy.
as Spicy.
No. Since they canceled Carabana in Ontario due to reasons that we don't want to mention no longer on this podcast.
Look, listen, exactly. Listen, it's definitely a good thing. Get him out of here, man. Casual fan aside, he ain't doing shit. He ain't worth shit. Get him out of here. We're down bottom. We're in the dirt. We're playing in the mud. Nobody really watching us like that. This is the best time to rebuild. This is like when you get into a relationship with someone and you gain all that relationship weight, and then when you guys break up and you go into hiding, nobody sees you for like 6 months, and then you come out, relationship weight gone. You look beautiful. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the stage that we're in. We're in the breakup
We need to
stage.
get rid of that relationship weight. Yeah, you're right.
That relationship weight.
Yeah, 100%.
Public, man, what are your thoughts? He's got lots of them. My thoughts are quite casual, as you can see. But honestly, though, Spicy P, do you think it was a good move? Should we lose him? Who do you think is a better option? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join the Deuce Gang. Oh, and by the way, these Popeye nuggets, man, fire. I know you watching them in the back.
Unless they watch the other video or they're watching the full episode, they have no clue what you're talking about right now.
Well, they can see my nuggets.
Go to the other video to figure it out. But in case you can't get it, let me just.
All right, so let's continue talking about more people that like chicken. I guess black people. Is that racist? I don't know. Whatever. I don't care.
That was incredibly racist. Yo, people, listen. You gotta calm down your tone, man. You see how people be coming at you in the comments? You be talking ways and people don't like the way you be talking, man. They be coming at you in the comments a lot, you know.
That's fine.
I know you don't care.
Yeah, that's fine. Keep the comments coming. I love it. You know what I mean?
You don't care.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Let's have the conversation. But Martin Shkreli, if that's the pronunciation, Martin Shkreli, that asshole, that guy, you know the guy. The one who purchased the Wu-Tang album. What was it? Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. The one that was like encrusted in gold. That album that nobody's ever heard.
Like so $2 million he paid for it or something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, I won't go into his whole backstory, but he got effed. He got effed right in the beehole. And basically the American government took the album and they sold the album to basically help repay what he owes. So that album is poof pow gone. Now, do we know who bought this album?
Yes, we do know who bought this album.
Who?
The U.S. government seized it.
No, and they sold it.
Right. Yeah. So the U.S. government seized it, took it, and sold it. Who they sold it to is I guess they didn't really sell it. They just kind of took it from Shkreli. All right. Yeah. So. They didn't release the details of how much they sold it for, nor did they reveal who they sold it to.
Well, this is what I'm saying, right? To me, what I think they should have did with that is they should have just took it. Remember how they're going to build that museum in Brooklyn, that like hip hop museum or whatever like that?
They could have donated.
Exactly. What do we talk? Give it back to the culture.
Right. Yeah, but we're talking about the U.S. government. We're talking about the U.S. government here. I don't know what you really expected to happen. They're trying to get back the money that Mr. Shkreli owed them as far as the fine that he owned, and that's where the money went to. Whatever money they sold it to, they said that was enough to cover it. So he's good on whatever he had paying left. So
think about
I don't know what they sold it.
No, but okay, but think about that for a second. Like you said he paid what? Dropped 2 M's for the album?
He paid like something like that, yeah.
This guy was in hella debt. And then this was the final piece that they were able to sell to cover the rest of the debt. Remember, when RZA had the idea to do this album, he wanted to like basically present it like art. Like there's one Mona Lisa, right? There's one Mona Lisa. You can't, like, of course you could buy duplicates, but you can't buy more than the one original. That's why the value of that art, it keeps going up.
One of one.
Up. That's it. So this actually, and when you think about it, RZA's idea worked really, really well. And the other thing to also keep in mind is this is going to probably keep appreciating in value. It's going to end up being worth a lot more than $2 million, which is why I think it belongs in that hip hop museum.
Well, here's the thing that I'm wondering. Was this auction made public? Was this a private auction that nobody heard of? Because me personally, if I'm in the Wu-Tang Clan and I hear that this thing is up for auction, I'm trying to buy it. 2 or 3 of us can go in. Why did nobody from the Wu-Tang Clan go out and scoop this up? Like, and why do I know that it's none of them? Because if they did, we would be knowing. It would not be anonymous. They would have been like, I bought it. Why would they hide it?
It would be on the gram.
Why would they hide it? Method Man would be holding that shit up like he won the NBA championship.
But you know what, though? Okay, Jordan, Game 7. whatever year, because there was lots of them, but those running shoes that he wore, signed, that's going to be worth a lot of money, no? Yes?
Yeah, anything that he wore in the playoffs.
Okay, but let's just make it specifically that. Is it really still super valuable if the actual person who wore it has it? That's weird. I feel like he could just produce as many of those as he wants. Be like, hey, I wore this all day today, and sign. There you go. Like, I feel like some of the value would be lost if the creator of it still has it.
Yeah, but the Method Man and these guys, yes, they're on the songs and everything, but they weren't. If you remember from the discussions that were had when this thing was being sold, they had no part in this being sold, being made, any part. They had zero parts in it. And I just remember a lot of them complaining about that fact. Well, not really trying to be out there outright complaining, but like passive aggressively complaining, like I didn't know anything about it, like making those type of statements and I had no part in it, making those type of statements. You know what I mean? So if this thing now, after feeling a ways, and you find out that this thing now becomes available, why would you not go out and try to buy it unless you were unaware that this thing was up for auction? That's what I'm saying. Was this a private auction that this was done at? I want to know why they're holding back. Well, I mean, I can understand a lot of reasons of why they're holding back the person's identity, because they probably want to be safe. They probably don't have enough security around them or whatever.
There's that. There is that. But I don't know. I just feel like it loses a bit of its cachet if the person who helped create it has it. I feel like it might devalue it a little bit. I don't know why I feel it. I think it just needs to stay in either the general public or museum. And when I say general public, of course, I mean behind some kind of glass case with like retina ID and you got to piss to even get the door open, that type of thing, for it to keep on appreciating in value. I feel like if the owner has it, and I could be wrong, I don't know, I don't have anything that's rare, but I could be totally wrong, but I feel like it will lose a little bit of its value if like the RZA.
Well, I think making it anonymous helps it lose value, because now that we don't know who owns it, that leaves the door open for a lot of people to come out and try to replicate it and try to just make fake copies of that thing.
Never gonna
sell
happen. Never gonna happen.
Come on, man. All you got to do is create a fancy box, put a CD in there.
No, man. There's
some fake documents.
It comes with, as you mentioned, documents, authenticity, all the. It's just it's too. It's like
it's a lot of paperwork. You're saying
it's like what they did with the Canadian $20 bill. They made it very, very, very hard to duplicate.
Right.
You can tell if it's a fake. In other words, but my question for you is, we haven't seen this done again. Nobody else did this. RZA said, hey, we're doing one project, 1-1. That's it. We haven't seen it done again. And by the way, this worked successfully. So my question to you is, before we bring this to a wrap, who else could do this? Group or artists?
That's tough. I personally can't think of anybody off the top of my head who it would be iconic, something iconic like this, unless all you could bring back the Jacksons and they did a Jackson 5 type thing. Like it'd have to be on that level in my mind. You know what I mean?
I noticed you had to go back, and that's where I'm going.
I had to go way back. Temptations, like you have to go back to those type of people.
I'm thinking you would have to go to like Bob. You would have to unearth a lot of unreleased content that never went out, a lot of footage, a lot of never seen, a lot of handwritten, song books. I'm thinking Bob Marley. I'm pretty sure this doesn't exist, but if they were able to compile something like that for Bob Marley, I'm thinking you're doing that. You're doing $1 million. You're probably doing even more than that. Just because Bob touched the peak. They said Wu-Tang was for the children. Bob was for the world. Right. Bob was for the world. So I'm thinking Bob. That would be amazing. Probably not going to happen. But it's just still weird that nobody else has done it. It worked.
It's because it works for Wu. It worked for Wu-Tang. That's what it is. It's not. This cannot work for everybody. Just like how Beyonce can release an album without any promo or anything like that. Well, quote unquote, no promo, a surprise album, and it could sell the way it does. Only Beyonce can do that. Not every artist can do that. Every artist, you need to do your promo. Like you can't do the surprise album. It will not work for you.
Well, definitely none of these popcorn artists today could do that. That's why you had to go back. Wu-Tang, when Wu-Tang did this, we were well into the 2000s. I think it was 2017 this happened. Wu-Tang was on top of the world in 94, 98. So
yeah, I think it's the time too in between, like the gap in between them putting out music that also adds to that, nostalgia when you actually grab something and making it feel more exclusive, right?
That's true. It was a tangible thing. It wasn't something that you got online. It was in
Oh, you know what? You know what? I got one. Outkast.
They could do that.
Outkast to do this.
Outkast could do it. You're
Outkast
right.
could do this. If Outkast came out with one of these things, that is the one group that I could think of that could absolutely achieve this.
Well, mostly because their content has been just flawless pretty much since like they've been making music, but also people have just been begging, pleading, give me something, Andre 3000, anything.
Man. You can't just leave us with Speaker Box and The Love Below. You cannot end like that. Like you can't do that. It's like a lot of our favorite black sitcoms that never get that finale.
Yeah. That's where we are.
You know what I mean? Yes. That's what it is. They gave us that. Outkast. Ah, man.
But I just want to show really quick. Yeah.
I could make that.
You know what? Viewing public. What are your thoughts here, man? What group, what artist do you think can actually put something like this out and have it sell like one of $1 million, maybe more? If you had to dig back, who could do it? Really, think about that for a second. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're on the toilet, join the Deuce Gang.
Hey, deuces. Yo, thanks for watching that video, making it all the way to the end. You made it this far, you have to like. Please subscribe and comment on the video as well. Join the conversation.
Absolutely. We finally hit our goal of 500 subscribers. Yes, we are trying to get to 1,000. And we can only do that with your help. You can start by watching that next video. You see that tiny little icon? Click on that icon, rinse and repeat. Deuces.
Deuce.